Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and today we are going to do chapter 1.1 with all the exercises, and also I'll try to explain to you how to do most of the equations and stuff. So why not, let's get started. Chapter 1.1 is about factors, multiples, and prime numbers. In these parts, we can understand that these are actually steps on how to make a factor tree. So why not I show you how to make a factor tree. So as an example, we're going to draw the factor tree of 120. So what we do first, write 120 here. And if anything is given, like your first two branches of here will be, for example, 12 and 10, only then write 12 here and 10 there. Like, we first have to do the branches. And if they say you to give 12 and 10 here and then do all the other stuff, then do. Else, I'd suggest you guys to go with prime numbers. So we give 2. 2 divided by 120 is 60. Again, until we get prime numbers only. Now smallest number 2, because 2 is divisible by 60. 2 divided by 60 equals 30. And again, 2 divided by 30 equals to 15. And 3 again. This 2 doesn't go with 15, so 3. 3 divided by 15 is equal to 5. Now let's do it in the book style, according to the steps in the book, of course. So if we do it like that, put 12 here and 10 here. Now, if you notice, we can divide this into prime numbers as well. 12 with 3 and 4, and 10 with 2 and 5. So this is the only one which is a composite number. We can divide it by 2. And there we have it. 3, 2, 2, 2, 5. Or in other words, 3 times 2 cubed times 5 is equal to 120. On to our first worked example. Find the LCM and HCF of 120 and 75. Now to find the HCF and LCM, we have to do the same method. These two are divisible by 3, which gives us 40 and 25. 40 and 25 is divisible by 5, which gives us 8 and 5. Therefore, LCM is equal to 3 times 5 times 8 times 5. And HCF equal 3 multiplied by 5, which is 15. Oh yeah, by the way, it's not like this. It's 3 multiplied by 5 squared times 8, and whatever you get is going to be the answer, which in this case is 600. Finally, proceeding with our exercises, and by the way, in this particular video, I'm going to only do it till number 4, because else it's going to be way too big. And these exercises are really long. I mean, really long. Like, there are a lot to do. So that's why I'm going to keep it till 4 in this video. And in our next video, I'm going to try to complete as much as I can about these. Looking at number 1, we can see that we have to again make another factor tree with 120, but this time with 6 and 20 at the end. So let's give it a try. Two can be a good option. Here as well. Now we can also divide this by 2. 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. Therefore 1, 2, 0, meaning 120 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, or 2 cubed times 3 times 5. So in number 1C, there is draw some different factor trees for 120. Can you say how many different trees are possible? So you can make many factor trees just using factor numbers, like the factors of those numbers. And for the second question, can you say how many different trees are possible? So it's about 10. In number 2A, we have to complete this particular factor tree, and in 2B, we have to draw a different factor tree of 108. And in number C, we have to write 108 in prime numbers. So if we do according to number 2A, now it's time we complete this factor tree. So we can divide this by 2 again to get 27. Then we get 3, 9. Divide this again to get 3, 3. If according to 2B, just an example showing, we can divide it by 12 and 9. Then we can further divide 12 by 3 and 4. 9 with 3. But do we still get the same? Yes, because if we also divide this by 2, we get the other 2's. The same one. Just look, it's the same. Same factors. If you want to write 108 as a product of prime numbers, we should write 2 squared times 3 cubed, or in simpler terms, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. Number 3, we got draw a factor tree for 200 that starts with 10 times 20. And in B, write 200 as a product of prime numbers. 3A, we can divide 10 and 20 with 2, which will give us 5 here, and here we will get 10 and do the same thing. So we get 3 2's and 2 5's. We can write 200 as a product of prime numbers by 2 cubed times 5 squared, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 5. Number 3, see how many different factor trees can you draw for 200 that start with 10 multiplied by 20. So the correct answer is 2, because the one I showed you is one of them. And the second way is when instead of giving 2 times 10 for 20, we give 4 times 5 to 420. It'll still work. Finally, to number 4, we got Draw a factor tree for 330 and write 330 as a product of prime numbers. Let's make the factor tree of 330. I'm going to do it in the most simplest way. So if we divide it 2, we get 165. And if we again divide it by 2, we get 55. If we, sorry, it's not 2, 3, I'm sorry. And if we divide this by 5, we get 11. And that's our final answer. And if you're wondering how did these come, we can also divide these. Like, look, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Get 1 and 3. Now, 2 multiplied by 6 is 12, leaving 1, and we get the 0 down, and multiplied by 5, we get 165. We just put this in rough. And how we divided this. And always remember, if you want to know if a number is divisible by 3, you add all the digits in the number, and if that number is divisible by 3, then the whole number is actually divisible by 3. Anyways, going back to our rough, if we might divide it by 3, we get 3 multiplied by 5, we get 15. And again, final answer. And to show 330 as a product of prime numbers, we give 2 times 3 times 5 times 11. That's all for this video, and I'll make sure we can finish all of these in another video. And don't forget to like and share if this proved useful to you. Till then, bye!